Connecting Through with the Generations, Technology's Impact on Our Lives by Tanita Gilbert-Baker. Tanita Gilbert-Baker, Connecting Through the Generations, Technology's Impact on Our Lives.
Thank you. Alexa, what's the weather? Siri, call Mom. Google, find me a Starbucks along my route. It seems as though AI has suddenly shown up in our everyday lives, but in actuality, it's been around for a while. Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant were all introduced between 2011 and 2016. I'll be honest, I was not an early adopter. It seemed a little weird to me talking to some invisible artificial intelligence and expecting it to answer back. But now there's not a day that goes by that I don't speak to Alexa or Google or even ChatGPT. And while I've embraced a lot of new technology, I'll be honest, it's been a little intimidating to keep up with the changes and the new trends. I find that instead of being the one in the room with the answers, I'm now the one in the room asking the young people how to change my screensaver, how to take a selfie, or how to upload a video or an image to my story or my reel. And don't get me started on adding captions and tagging locations and people and adding music. It's a hot mess. You see, back in my day, the newest technology was a microwave or a cordless phone. And I was the one showing my parents how to use it or convincing them of the benefits of it. When I was young, televisions were big boxes that sat on the floor. We got 3 or 4 TV stations, ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. Cartoons came on after school or on Saturdays. If you had a home computer, it was a big box that sat on a desk or a table, and the internet had to be dialed up. And cell phones were carried in bags and they had cords. Today, we can stream our favorite shows to our cell phones that are computers and fit in our back pockets, and we connect to the internet in the blink of an eye. I think about my grandmother's generation when the next new thing was a color TV, or my mother's generation when vinyl records started to be replaced with 8-track tapes and cassette tapes. Fast forward to the late 90s and early 2000s when my kids were growing up. They didn't know a world without computers or the internet. It's a little depressing. I can only imagine what the world will be like when their children or their grandchildren are growing up. Will we finally enter the age of the Jetsons? We're halfway there already with our moving sidewalks and our video calling and our self-driving cars and our robotic vacuum cleaners. The only thing that's missing is the cars that fly. The evolution of technology has been growing at such a fast pace, and I used to feel the pressure to try to keep up. But now I just sit back and I call IT. And by IT, I mean my daughter, Taylor. Taylor is my go-to tech guru. And our calls generally go something like this. Taylor, there's something wrong with my phone. It won't fill in the blank. And she says, Mom, have you tried restarting your phone? Because that's what IT always says. And I say, great, that's a great idea, Taylor. I'll do it right now. You know, how do I restart my phone? But she patiently continues and guides me through whatever tech issue I have until it's resolved. My mother, who still lives in Shreveport, Louisiana, and is in her 70s, has also embraced technology. Her go-to is video calling. And during COVID, when I couldn't travel as much as I wanted to go see her, I bought her a Facebook portal. And soon after I bought it for her, I would commonly get this familiar notification from Facebook Messenger that someone was trying to get in contact with me. And it was my mother. Any hour of any day, she was calling, video calling. But that was a blessing because it allowed us to stay connected and feel like we were together, even though we were miles apart, during what was a very stressful time in our lives. I believe that technology is a powerful tool and it can enhance our world. But for me personally, navigating this tech-filled world has been a journey full of learning and adapting, of teaching and being taught, of embracing change. But in the end, it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the connections that it helps us maintain, the memories that it helps us to create. And I can't wait to see what comes next. Thank you.